Welcome to another episode of Bucket List Coach Web Show. Well, hello. This is Cindy Lee, your host over at Bucket List Coach Web Show. And a little bit about the show. In my early 40s, I was looking at my life and I told myself, it looks like I've been existing most of my life. I think it's time for me to make the most of the dash. So not everybody knows what the dash is. So it's the day that we are born and the day that we pass away. What are you doing in between that time? That is your dash, and you need to be living it. So a little bit about me. As someone in my early 20s, way back in the day, I started working for UPS. And after I was there about 6 or 7 years, I noticed a lot of my friends were passing away to illness after retirement. And I said, I'm going to follow my first dream. And that is to be a chef. So I ended up going to California Culinary Academy in San Francisco. And then I started working in the culinary field for close to 25 years. And so that's kind of my story as far as being a chef. But the inspiration for this show is actually Mr. Anthony Bourdain. Sadly, we lost him in 2018. Everybody is familiar with the Cook's Tour, No Reservations, and Parts Unknown. So just so grateful because I've kind of followed in his path. He was a chef, and then he went into travel and broadcasting. And so today I want to tell you about my promo for the show. So if you go to YouTube at Bucket List Coach Web Show, you subscribe and comment on this very video, and you share it to Facebook, I will gift you a 5-night giveaway. So we're talking Mexico, Hawaii, Greece. Where do you want to go? Just let me know. I'm also an ambassador with National Day Calendar. And ironically, today is International Chef Day. Support your local chamber. And also National Caramel Month. And I have my friend Chef Pascal. He is French-born, trained culinarian, and restaurant owner right here in Orange County in Newport Beach, and a number of restaurants that he's collaborated with for the last 27 years. Welcome to the show, Chef.
Thank you, Cindy. Nice intro. And I love your story. And I didn't know that we actually connected with the culinary world. And so that's why we're going to give it. Yeah, there you go. You showed me that.
Yeah, look what I brought with me from when I was in culinary school. And you just did a tournée, right?
Yeah, I just did one, one on one. I can make another one live, if you want. Look at that. We make it quickly. Like, you turn your potato and then you go around. And I hope I'm not going to cut myself live. And then you need a good sharp knife. And, tournée is really cute, people think it's unnecessary, but when you put that on the plate, wow, if you're not a professional chef, you look like you are when you do that. Okay.
Yeah, it's very time consuming. Not a whole lot of restaurants do that anymore. So tell my audience your story. We actually met through our friend Holden with Fish for Life on a fishing excursion about a month and a half ago. So tell us your story, your culinary point of view, and how you got started.
Yeah. My mother was a fantastic cook, born in Normandy, and I used to cook with her in her kitchen when I was right at the level of the stove. And she taught me how to make my first mayonnaise. I became a specialist on mayonnaise,
Awesome.
And with a spoon, made mayonnaise with a spoon. And then I went to culinary school in Belgium, Brussels, Belgium, for a few years, and then moved to France, worked for fantastic chef Paul Bocuse in Lyon and Léon de Lyon, and then managed a beach restaurant in Saint-Tropez, Club 55, and that gave me the connection to come to California. I came and visit a friend here, and I ended up to be helping that friend at a restaurant here in Newport Beach, and help him in the kitchen, and then went back to France, called me back, said, can you come and help? I did, and that's been 35 years now. I'm here, and opened my first restaurant in 1988, and I have several eateries and catering service and grocery store. And I've been in Orange County forever now.
Wow, you inspired me just when I met you a couple months ago. I knew I had to have you in my sphere of influence for sure. So
Thank
tell my
you.
audience about your catering company and what are some of the choices for services and what are the costs?
Yeah, I've done catering of all the time, but I decided in June to no more restaurants. So I closed my last restaurant, and I said I'm going to do private catering. And so like that, I can refine work. I can really customize every dishes. I work with the client. I like smaller party, 10, 12, up, 30, 40 max, and then I can do the best fine dining cuisine. Go on my website at pascalcuisine.com, and you will see the what the dishes I'm doing there, and or go on my Facebook page at Pascal Olhats Facebook, Pascal Catering on Facebook. So since I do this private catering, I'm really enjoying it because I have a catering kitchen. I take all the time I need to get ready for the events, and when I go to my client places, we just make the top-notch cuisine. So it's not cheap because I use all kind of very special ingredients: caviar, truffle, foie gras. No, if you want. If you don't want that, I can tune down. But also only local, organic meats and poultries. All my produce come from local farmers market, and I really you have a great experience when you dine with me.
And then tell my audience some of the charity work. So let's tell everybody about Fish for Life, first of all.
Well, this is where we met on that boat, Fish for Life. Our friend Jim Holden put together a special trip on the fishing boats that we leave from Dana Point, and just for kids with special needs. And I was invited as a guest speaker, but also became a volunteer to have a couple of the kids fishing with me. We have them fishing, catch the fish, that they bring it up. It's really, really special. And he does a fishing trip 3 or 4 times a year. And you can check it out at fishforlife.org. This is a fantastic organization. You spend all day on the water with parents and kids, and it's really very well done. Jim, you did a great job there.
And so what other charities do you work with?
Well, I work with all type of charity. We do table for 10, and we usually have about 30 local chefs. I'm most of the time I'm the share chef, and we did kids works. We also did Make a Wish Foundation, and so we help local charities. We raise money for them, and I love to be able to cook and help others at the same time.
And so who has inspired you in the culinary field?
Well, beside my mother and also my own appetite, I love to eat well. So really, Paul Bocuse was named the Pope of the French cuisine. Once I walk in his restaurant, watching him, the way he act and interact with the clients. He was really the first chef that came out of the kitchen and meet all the clients. He always make sure he visit every table. That was my biggest inspiration, and I will never forget this experience.
So I have my friend Melissa coming all the way from Seattle. Thank you for coming on the show.
Hi, Melissa.
Do you have any questions for Chef Pascal? So let's go into the next part of the interview. Tell me some dishes that really are close to your heart. Is it just French, or do you try different types of cuisines?
Well, I cook mostly French for my business, but personally, I can cook Moroccan, I cook Chinese, I cook actually I'm an ambassador for the Macanese cuisine. I went there. They taught me how to do Macanese cuisine. I brought back the recipes and preparation to promote it here. So I like Spanish cuisine, and actually I like Italian as well. In November, I'm doing a series of a Toscanian dinner with a winemaker from Tuscany coming here and bring his wine, and we're going to do a 5-course Tuscanian dinner. But one of my dish that I've done for several years is my sea bass with a thyme crust. And actually, last week, have you seen that? Last week it was voted one of the top 10 entrees in the country. And believe me, you may not believe me when I say that, but when you eat it, you will believe it. It's really the best sea bass you can eat, you know. And seafood is really my thing.
Well, let's talk about mise en place. You know, both you and I, have been chefs, but people who don't know mise en place, actually learning your mise en place, being a chef, it will actually help you when you change careers or even in your personal life or in your business life. So tell everybody what mise en place is.
Totally. I like your statement. Mise en place is being ready. Mise en place is staging. And in life, anything you do, you have to do staging. You have to be prepared. So, especially in the cuisine, when you cook, you need to have everything set up around you or close to you, so you can put it together. Because if you read the recipe and you do, I'm doing is chop this, okay, and then I'm going to chop that. No, all do your chopping, all slicing, all your little measuring, all ahead of time. And once you cook, you enjoy it better because you just assemble and it's smooth and you don't miss anything. Let's say you do a thing, I'm okay, and then suddenly you realize, I don't have any cream, or you stop cooking, you have to go to the store or bring back some cream. No, mise en place is a key. Mise en place is a success of a recipe. So once you read the recipe in a cookbook or online, just go through the list of ingredients, make a note, your shopping list, and then your prep list. And the prep list will be your mise en place, and then you enjoy cooking better.
Exactly, because I've used it a lot for my current business, and then after I got out of culinary arts, it actually helps. So basically, mise en place means everything in its place, and it really does help for every aspect of your life.
Oh, totally. Actually, a little tip, and you can do it in your life or at home. When I have a catering, I take a blank page and I split it in half. One side is my prep list, and then I put the day I want to prep it, and then so I can check it out when it's done. And then the other side is my shopping list, and I break it down with produce, dairy, protein, and non-miscellaneous. So like that, you're okay. Once you have that, your mind is focusing on cooking because everything on paper is going to guide you to get ready.
Well, look who we have on the show. Jim Holden has a comment. Do you see the comment down there?
Where is Jim? Oh, Jim. He's the best.
He's the best.
Thank you, Jim. Merci beaucoup.
So what's your favorite tuna dish?
Oh, my tuna dish. All right. Fortunately, Jim gave me some beautiful yellowfin that a friend of mine went fishing. What I do, I cut it like a little sashimi cut, like a long cubes, like that, long squares. I roll it in crushed black pepper, crushed coriander, and crushed fennel seed, and then I sear it on each side, like 30 seconds on each side. Keep it right in the middle, just sear on the outside. And then slice it, put it with a fresh fennel, a shredded fennel with lemon juice and a little bit of olive oil. And I put that on the top of the tuna, and you put that on a piece of lettuce. Wow, it's so good. Delicious. So, yeah, tuna is one of my favorite fish. I have to say, I like good canned tuna too, but it's not the same.
Trader Joe's has some really good tuna, and that's the thing too. When you're shopping for tuna, you want to really be mindful on reading the label and everything like that.
Very, very important. Yes, totally. Yes.
So what's your favorite canned tuna?
Well, I go actually. I usually shop at Sprout, and I go get either stroll tuna, something very simple. It has to be 100% wild, and then from reasonable fishing. And you really, like you said, you really have to read the label to make sure you eat a tuna that is really a tuna. So it's very important, and it's good for you. Tuna, sardines, you should eat that at least twice a week.
Sardines, that's for you and Jim. I'm good there.
I love sardines.
Big sardine fan.
No, try my sardine recipe. You do a compound of soft butter on mustard, and then you mix it with the sardine, and then you put that on a toast. It's really good.
Just for you, since I like you so much, I'm going to try that one time, and I'll let you know how it goes.
All right. What about anchovies?
Escargot. You like escargot?
What about anchovies? Love anchovies too.
Anchovies with the Caesar salad.
I put anchovies on my pizza.
And the Caesar salad was actually created in Tijuana, Mexico. Everyone thinks it's Italy. It's actually Tijuana.
No. It's local. It's really local. And they're still making it table side right there.
Oh, it's Caesar's in Tijuana?
Tijuana, yeah. They're still doing table side. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just there 3 years ago, and I got to interview a bartender who's been there for quite a number of years. It was really cool.
So maybe he met Caesar. So.
Yeah, so one of the things escargot, yes.
I love escargot. I like the classic escargot that we do in the shell, but also I like the ones I saute. I make my herb, garlic, butter, and put it in a little dish, and then make some toast that goes with that. But my specialty escargot, I serve it on the push bone marrow, split bone marrow, and I put the escargot on the top on the garlic butter all over. So you have two fantastic ingredients together: bone marrow and escargot. That's really good.
Awesome. Oh, Jim has another question. What is the best way to cook chicken breasts so they remain moist?
Patience. You have to be patient. What you do, you got, even if you don't want to eat the skin, you have to cook it with the skin, and then you sear it on the skin until the skin lose most of its fat, and then you flip it. And what I do at that time, I braise it. After braising, I mean, you put in a pan with some liquid, a little chicken stock, a little white wine, can add some herbs in that, and then boom, you put it in the oven. I go the other extra step. I put sliced olive in it. I put confit garlic, diced tomato, and herbs, and I bake all this together. Not push all the way. To keep the skin above so it become crispy in the oven. And then you put that in the oven, your pan. You cook it for 15, 60 minutes. Take it out. Damn, you see, like perfect. But also you have to buy a good chicken. You have to buy at least a free range on organic chicken because they have more juice into it. They are not pushed like a 5-week chicken. You need the chicken that had time to have a life before we take care of our dish. So.
Well, since we're talking chicken, how do you prepare the cordon bleu?
Oh, cordon bleu. I don't do much cordon bleu because, it is good, but it's not the best thing you can eat.
Yeah, it's not very healthy.
Actually, it's on my recipe, on my syllabus. I do teach at Saddleback College. I do teach bistro cuisine, and also I teach classic French. And it's on the classic French, I do have a cordon bleu there. So I prefer do cordon bleu with veal because veal has a nicer texture. But if you do a chicken cordon bleu, you take the breast, you need to put it on between plastic wrap, and then you pound it until it becomes as thin as possible without breaking it. And then simply salt, pepper inside, Gruyere cheese, thin slice of ham, and then you fold it, roll it in egg wash, flour, and flour, egg wash, and breadcrumb. I don't use panko. If you use panko, you have to blend the panko to make it thinner. I don't like the panko; it's too coarse. I like more grounded panko. It's much better. And then you saute it in a mix of olive oil and butter, both sides, and then you finish in the oven. Voila, and this
Awesome.
pretty tasty.
And what kind of ham do you put in yours?
Well, you got to use same thing. You got to use a very good quality ham. No ham that has food coloring in it. You don't want extra salt in it. So if you find a French ham, it's called madrange. That would be the best, because it's really a slice of the ham. It's not a composed ham. It's just slice from the baked ham.
Well, thank you. We're at the end of our show, and this is the part where we do shout outs. Who would you like to shout out today?
Shout out. Shout out. Well, I want to shout out my friend Jim. He really invited me to this charity, and we're going to do much more work together. I want to help him. I wanted to shout out to you too to listen to me. Actually, because I have to apologize. You were recording something. I realized after that, for your show, for your website, and I talked to you while you were filming, and so at first I think you were not happy. And then after that we connect better, and so
you were in my frame. That's okay.
Yeah, that's all right. Once we talk cooking, and then we become friends. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing, and I must say I'm so grateful to have met you, and I definitely want to see what I could do to help your business grow and get my connections to you, and start building relationships with them.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and fantastic.
And one last thing before I put you in the green room, I think there might be a charcuterie board in there. Anything that you would like to give a tip on the culinary?
You mean there's charcuterie board?
How about someone who is thinking about going to culinary school? What is your number one tip about that?
Don't expect that you're going to become a chef overnight. Okay, if you like cooking, take the school. It's good, but also try to work on get a job on the side of the school. You may need it to pay your tuition, but also if it's unpaid, but you really want to work with that chef, go for it. Money is not going to happen right away, but if you have talent, if you are persistent, if you don't mind working long hours and working when your friends are having fun, so you'll be okay. So you have to keep in mind, life is a little bit different when you're in the kitchen.
That is definitely true. Anything else you'd like to mention before I pop you back in the green room?
Well, we talked earlier about Anthony Bourdain. I miss a lot, and I wish he's still with us, but he is, because he is the type of human being you want to be, especially when we love to cook, we love to travel. We all want to be Anthony Bourdain, and I feel like I'm a little bit of that. I've been doing a cooking tour in Spain, a cooking tour in Greece, and then I'm about to do one in Ireland, and so I like doing that thing. And some people always tell me, "Are you watching your Food Network?" I say, "No, I don't watch Food Network." Why? Because my life is a Food Network, and so you and I, we enjoy traveling and cooking, and the best thing about this is you always make friends. Wherever you go, whenever you travel, whenever you cook you make friends, and friends for life.
And I think we ought to plan a culinary vacation together with some friends next year. Let's pick one.
Yeah, definitely. You send me the invite, I'll be right there.
Well, you're welcome to come to Jamaica, and you could come there as well. Yeah, my friend who actually comes on my show about once a month, he actually does a Jamaican cooking class, and he also has a private tour for waterfalls and all kinds of fun stuff.
Jamaica sounds fabulous, and the Jamaican cuisine. If you like good spice, this is it. Tell me when, and there's a good chance I come.
We'll make it happen.
All right.
Good deal. So I'm going to pop you in the green room and I'm going to
All
close
right.
out. Just hang in there for about a minute and then I'll see you in there.
Thank you, Cindy.
All right. Thank you, Chef. Well, there you go, guys. Oh my God, my heart is so full. And a chef that I share love for, Anthony Bourdain. I'm just so grateful for Pascal. Make sure that you go to this YouTube video. You're going to hit subscribe. You're going to hit comment. And if you share this very video on YouTube, I will gift you that 5-night giveaway. Just go to 3nightgiveaway.com. And next on the show at 3 o'clock, actually, I have my friend Ashley Ryan. And she is with Happy Nomad Couple. She actually left her job in 2017, and she's going to tell me her amazing story. So this is Cindy over at Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. Shaka, baby.